My name is Mike Welker, Coordinator of E-Learning and Innovation and Instructional Designer here at NC State College. In this brief tutorial video, we'll walk you through how to do the basics of firing up and presenting content in the specific classroom. The good news is this is one of the more advanced classrooms we have, where we have a variety of presentation equipment to allow you to present whole lots of different kinds of multimedia to your students. The good news is that almost everything we need to do as far as operating, manipulating, powering on or off this equipment happens up here at the front of the room in the instructor console. An optional place or a drawer where you can pull that down, and out comes your keyboard or mouse to operate the instructor PC. But for our purposes, one of the first things we'll need to do to get ready for class is to fire up the PC. Now in this case, we'll have a solid door, but you could also have one with glass, and we'll open that up and you'll see it on one side or the other. And for almost all these guys, in the top left corner of the PC, you'll see there's a button there, and that's our power button. And if we press that, you can tell it's on by it being lighted. So for the control panel for switching between sources going up to the projector here in 116 Health Science, that's located on the sloping front part of the instructor podium as you walk up to it. If there's not anything on it, you can just tap anywhere. And once you do, you'll get to this logo screen, and then you just tap again. And then it will say, please wait while the system starts up. Once it's all booted up here in 116, you'll see that you have a variety of sources. Now, whichever of these sources, such as the PC that I tap on, that will be the one that is going up to the projector that will be displayed at the front of the room. So whenever I fire up the system here in 116, that'll automatically start up the projector at the front of the room, just like all our other systems around NC State. But the party piece that this room brings is these extra monitors on each side of the room, the flat panel monitors on the left and the right. Because it's such a big room, this helps to give extra viewing angles on the display. With the extra displays mounted up in the room, I have a button for display controls, and that'll allow me to be able to say which of those devices I want to send that display to. So to send the image not only to the front projector but to the side displays, I have a power on or off for each of the separate flat panels that I can control. If I want to send that over to, I just tap that and as well, and then what it'll do is it'll fire those up, and those will mirror the exact same source and image that I have selected at the front of the room will then appear on both of the flat panels. Likewise, to toggle those off, I would just come back here and do that again, and when I'm done, I click the red close, and then I'm back to my main selector there. To control the volume on this one, I've got a knob here that just below the display, that physical knob that I can turn, and I'll see as I adjust that the volume goes up and down. For any of my audio sources there, I've got as well. When I'm all done and ready to shut things down, I'll go to the bottom right for System Off, the red button here, and if I click that, it'll say, are you sure you want to turn the system off, as a kind of a fail-safe screen, and I'll hit the green power down button, and then at that point it'll say shutting down, and it'll turn off all the displays, and then I'm good to go. Now for the laptop option, if I want to bring in my own laptop, I'll need to look for somewhere in the podium there'll be connectors, either these 3-row connectors, what we call the so-called VGA, or a newer connector, HDMI, as well as, if I'm doing audio, some sort of audio plug there as well. And I'll need to plug those into my laptop and get that fired up and send its video out. Or if I've got a laptop I'm plugging into the podium, this even has a separate option for how the style of connection, HDMI or VGA. Another option that we have here in 116 is the Air Media. If I select that as a source, that's the wireless connector to the projector. It'll display instructions on the front screen or any active displays I'm setting it out to on how you or students can connect and share different sources to the displays there. So likewise, at any point, if I wanted to switch to my Blu-ray for DVDs, I could tap on that, and I've got all my DVD controls there. Then what I'll need to do is open up my doors in my instructor podium and look for the DVD player. Usually, we will go with Sony or Panasonic if you're looking for a name, but it should say something about DVD on it. In this case, it's a Panasonic one. So to open that up, to put my DVD in, I'd hit the open close and it'll think about it, and then it will open up a drawer. I can put my DVD in and say open and close and go to town. So in this particular classroom, the document camera is an Epson document camera, and this is the default folded up state that you should see it on the top or on a shelf beside the podium. And a document camera is a great little device for being able to show artifacts or real world objects, models, any sort of material like that, printed material, whatnot, that you can then zoom in and blow up and manipulate and turn around live on the projector. So you basically got a camera on an arm is basically what you've got with this. To make the Epson work then, if you're seeing it in this folded up state, what you do is you just grab hold of it and then just pull it up and then stretch it out over whatever object you want to be able to cover on the stage. So in this case, we'll just say it's an iPhone. Then you just kind of manipulate things around as you want. And then to turn on the document camera, you look for this yellow power button, and then I'll press that, and it'll blink, blink, blink. And then once it's a solid green, that's on. And then if I've selected on the podium the doc cam as my source, then whatever image is on the camera is capturing is going to go up to my projector there. And I've also got zoom in, zoom out capability on this with this button. And then I've got a giant focus button to kind of force it into autofocus. When I'm all said and done, what I do is I hit the power button twice in a row, and then that will make that go back to a yellow state, and then I can fold up the arm if I want to, but at that point I'm good to go. One other item to look for is this little black Kensington remote. If I'm doing some sort of slide deck presentation, remote connection to the instructor PC, so I can advance a slide or go back a slide or hide or use a laser pointer. That's the bare bone basics of getting into this beast, firing everything up. You use a quick tour of some of the possibilities that are here and then shutting it down. A word of a caution on this: don't feel intimidated by all this, and likewise don't feel like you have to use all these woozles just to use them. Make sure when you're always using instructional technology, it's situated in a context of best practice. If you'd like to talk more about those or how to have effective use of your multimedia, you can get a hold of us at elearning@ncstatecollege.edu, 419-755-4706. Be happy to work with you in whatever questions or topics you want to work with. Other than that, have a great class.